Maxine Leu is that correct, the way I'm saying your name? Okay, perfect. Maxine Leu is um, an MFA grad 2020 sculpture from here, and she is an interdisciplinary artist and an educator, so she's an instructor here, a studio manager, and an environmentalist from Taiwan. She received her BFA at Tainan University of Technology in Taiwan, and her work focuses on the environment, communication, and identity. And her work has been exhibited at a number of venues in Taiwan, Germany, and the United States. So thank you again.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I'm just going to jump in and ask you to tell us more about yourself and your career as an artist and educator.
So as Dang introduced, I am instructor here, and also I have other two freelance job. I always have freelance job just because I feel there is. So today when I received those great question from them, I think there is some reality in arts that like compared to like a doctor, lawyer, or other soldier, those kinds. Art, you can find an art job in everywhere, but also they are considering the pay or like a, so for example, art as an artist is not a it's more like a self-employee. So you always told my student that after you graduate, you are your teacher for yourself. So how you plan the skill you have to grow, or how you can stable your own income or the life, and how you have your work while you also keep your art practice. I think that is something like the balance we all in the reality of getting working in art field. I really enjoy teaching at SUNY New Post and working with students, and also the community. So far, I'm working as a studio manager at Draw Kingston. So mostly you can. I think I saw another episode from previous your episode that other artists they also bring out that the network, besides your solid skill, the network and how you manage the time, those are essential skill. And I think for me that is also true things. And while you are still in the school, your connection will be your classmate, your professor. And so me personally, while I'm a student, I was student here, I try start some intern, and the school have open a lot of resource. Like I study master here. So for example, RCPA, the creative project, you can write your proposal, and the school will support the idea you want to reach. So I feel like during the student time, you kind of like practice all the skill you are after you graduate you will use. And I feel during the school time, we have a writing center, we have career center, your professor, your art advisor. Those professors, they can help you like correct you how you enrich your proposal, or how you write the budget, what kind of resource you can look at, because art is like so many different fields. Like art history, working in museums, some people like to do teaching, some people like to do production, object making. Those are all other different kind. Cannot just like art, so something. And I feel For me, there is a one moment. So when I graduated, it's 2020, and that time we have COVID-19 hit every field. So that time, suddenly, the intern I got while I was a student here, the art departments, all departments stopped. So in that time, everyone panicked. But I was thinking, and when I tried to research, even I study sculpture here, but there is some open job that I can still use my art ability. For example, like graphic design. Everyone become remote, or like website design. So something we can still keep my career. But sometimes you just using those time as the time you prepare yourself. So I also take some online course to practice my. So online course now they have a different kind. They can some of them it's not exactly related art, but it's a useful skill for any kinds of job situation. For example, how do you do the budgeting? How do you do public speak? How do you improve your if you want to do self-employee, how you do the tax, those kind of things. I feel you give yourself time, you find something that you still need to learn. You always improve. I think that is more important things. Even and the all the path is going to open you to another level. You might start from like a small tiny job or on little freelance, but like every tiny single job you you improve something, you get I sometimes I like to say all the challenge in your first career is kind of like you see that part is a gift. So you actually you don't feel like, oh, that's waste my time, I don't learn something. I feel I changed a simple job during the COVID-19 time, and I feel like all the job is actually the gift. You also learned how you speak or properly, or what kind of situation you can do better. Especially in the small business, you learned how they find the grant, or how they write their CV, how they build the network, and so on. And so I feel I yeah, they just like so many things can learn, especially even you are doing arts, but like the people you work with, maybe they are not the artists, maybe they are. So um, learning all the different skill are it's kind of like just build your gear.
Yeah,
Mhm.
thank you. Yeah, I think that definitely makes sense, and I hear that all the time. You need to do the marketing, the budgeting, um, all of those, the public speaking, building your network. And I just wanted to give a plug for the Orange and Blue Network, because that's a great resource for students to network with alumni who are on there to help you out. And I'm not sure if you're on there, but I'll send you an invite.
Mm-hmm.
As an alum, you will be able to get in there, and then students can reach out to you through that. Um, so yeah, there are so many resources, and I think artists naturally want to build their craft, and that's fun. And you're very optimistic, and it is gaining new skills, which is exciting. But it does take that effort, and as many of those skills that students can start building now is going to be helpful. So yeah, thank you so much. Um, let's see. What experience have you had in your career that has kind of helped you um, kind of figure out this as a career for yourself. That makes sense.
Can you say again the question?
Sure. What experience that you had, and it could be, starting in undergrad or residencies, or what kind of helped you know that you wanted to continue art as a profession, or did you just always know?
Uh, like stay in art path. Oh, I think so when you are the student back to the time I was working on my BFA. I feel um, definitely the things is like you um, art is my passion that I am always just really enjoy. But again, like an art job probably might not be like a pay good as like a doctor, lawyer, those kind. But if that is your passion, your favorite, you don't feel tired on those. And for me, I feel art have a lot of freedom that you can uh, to do something you like, not just like working for uh, it's different. I feel that's mostly for depends on everyone. Like thinking about your financial states or like your personality. And for me, I feel I think art is a huge part of my life. So even to try to do different job, I will always try to find the job that is related in arts.
And I've noticed that many artists and you as part of that piece together different things to do. So instructor, studio manager, artist to help balance that. Can you talk a little bit about your experience as a studio manager and what that entails?
Mm-hmm. So studio manager, we offer studio manager in that is Draw Kingston. So Draw Kingston is a non-profit organization. We are a small group, and we offer art class. So art class, because of space are small, so you we have to constantly changing the like all the equipment and the furniture there have to be moved. So maybe like a 10 to 1 is our clay animation class, and we need to set up the clay animation class environment. And the 2 to 6 maybe it's pre-making introduction, and then you need to change the equipment. And we also have the high school intern student. So because so as a studio manager, we need to train the high school student with some practical skill, like how to support the instructor with each class, how to maintain the equipment here. And if there is some equipment that is broke or something, we will have to be able to reach out on the company to fix, or we have to fix our own. And you do the like you create the data, so you know how the spends, what kind of materials we need to order. And in our environment, we see like a sensibility as part of our goal. So we try to order some materials that is not harmful for others. You need to be able to communicate with instructor before the class starts, so you can prepare, or you even sometimes you give other advice on what kind of materials we don't use, those kind of things. And we also have open studio hours, so which other people that in the community, even they are not taking a class, but they just want to use some equipment, so like a power wash like a price, and then they can connect to me, and then we can schedule the time. And I also want to make sure while they are renting studio, all safety and clean. It's something we are looking for. I also help as a studio manager, not only the equipment and the environment. I also want like a later the studio be used with anyone. And so the special things in that nonprofit organization is we pay wherever you can. So even so that's don't limit it anyone who cannot pay the full amount but still want to do art. And I feel sometimes we collecting the rest of materials. So for like some, if we have a big project, we can still use any like the rest of materials from certain class to as like a collage in other event. So that's basically what I do there.
Thank you so much. I have one more question for you, and then anything you want to add. When you were doing your MFA work, did you have any like graduate assistantship?
Graduate assistantship, like a oh like
An assistant
GA,
to,
graduate assistant, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
So during my study years, at SUNY Post we have TA and GA, teaching assistant. GA means graduate assistant, and I do so TA for people who really wants do the teaching. So and I think I really very encourage everyone to take the opportunity, especially some of other campus are not, but SUNY Post when you are applying a TA, you actually you actually teach the entirely whole class, and to apply, for example, adjuncts, lecture, or other things, you have to at least 3 years teaching experience. And while you are still while you are doing TA in SUNY Post, that is amazing opportunity. You just have one semester or even 1 year. And GA they have different kinds. So for example, working in Dosky Museum, and working in Dosky Museum for the exhibition assistant. And me that time I work with sculpture program. So we have summertime that we want to improve all the graduate student studio. We want rebuild some shelf. We want reorganize the equipment. So I did that, and that actually really helped my first job. My first job was gallery assistant. So that's resume and the experience really helped.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. It also helps with financing your studies.
Oh, right.
Right?
Yes.
It's great that you hit on that it builds your experience.
Yeah, and all the environment, it's like just the place you study, so you feel complete comfortable. And I also feel that's probably the reason when you are providing the good attitude surveys or kind. I feel a lot of times students think like, oh, interview, the job interview, just the 20 minutes when you got after you submit your resume and you got called. But actually, I think interview is all the performance you do after you got the job. So when even the graduate assistant is like an opportunity, but when you are really get into, you work really hard, the people around you, they see. So I feel that is also the reason they call me back and ask if I can teach here. I feel yeah, you really need I think a network is built from there as well.
Yeah, yeah. So I think also, what you're talking about is kind of building your brand.
Yes.
So and your reputation, and then those that you've worked with know your quality of work and think of you for other things. Is that right, what you're saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yes, absolutely. Uh, yeah. Let's see. Hmm.
Are you in a studio right now?
What?
Are you in a studio right now?
Uh-huh.
I thought I love that. I just want to thank you again for taking time out of your day. It's been such a pleasure getting to know you more and that you're able to share with students, with current students. So thank you
Thank you.
again.
Thank